everybody, this is Santhini from Sannie Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, it is the last day of October 2024 from the collaborator point of view. So today is Wednesday and it is, what is it? The 23rd of October. I should know that. And you will be seeing my video. And then I do believe it is, let's see, it is Kirstin's video as well today. And we are finishing off today. I know that there are some of our collaborators that are going to come back to do a flip through. But I'm going to be doing my flip through today. Okay, so I know that you are expecting binding today and completing of my journal. But I did mention to you that my binding is super simple. So I'm actually not going to do binding today. I'm going to do more of a flip through of my journal, but I'll speak to you about my binding method, okay? So week 4, let's go. Right, so quickly, I just want to, I should have got this out, but I didn't. Right, so I started off with wanting to use this as my binding method. Okay, no, I actually lie. This is not the truth. I started off with wanting to use this as my binding method. But then because I had so few, you know, it's those rings, right? The rings that you have. Let me just bring one for you quickly. It should have been on my desk, but it wasn't. There you go. So I started off saying, oh, okay, fine, great. I'm going to be using this as my binding method. Then when I started putting the pages in it, it was lopsided. And I was like, no, let me go check with my supplier if I got something different and blah, 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 blah. So then I was like, nope, not going to use this. I'm going to use this. Now this I got at a thrift shop and it's called Indian Files, okay? And all you do is you actually push it through your binding. You push it through your holes. And then this part acts as a stopper. And then this part at the end of all your pages that you're binding acts as the other stopper, and in between is where you had your pages. Now I thought that this was a pretty cool method to use, except for the fact that that is how much it would have only allowed for me to bind, okay, which is about 2 inches, which is, you know, it's great. But as I was using this, I began to realize that this was not going to be sufficient for me. So then I experimented and I, you know, I put a, this here through it over here, and I was able to actually take out the string so that I could put a longer string on both ends. There's the string that came out, okay, and then I was left with the silver clips. So I thought this was an extremely cool binding method, and I will definitely use this binding method because it is no-sew. All right, so definitely that is something I would use. I don't know how easy it is to get a pack of these. I don't even know whether they still sell them. You can see the box is all tattered and torn. I did get it in a thrift store, and this is basically the only ones that I have. So that was the binding method I was going to use. Then what had happened is that I had gotten quite a few pages done, and I had them already punched because I was going to use this and it required the, you know, the pages to be punched. And then these were sitting on my desk and I was like, well, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try and see whether it's going to work. Now I can tell you one thing about this: it is extremely difficult to close, okay, especially if you have weak fingers like myself. But I can also tell you that it does get a little bit easier as you go on using it, And after you put it together, I mean, there's no real reason for you to open up your journal. Okay, so this is what I began using, and I used 5 of it. Now I think it is an overkill. I used 5 of it, but I think it's fine. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it worked well. So I did not like the silver on it, and tried to camouflage the silver as much as possible. I will try and spray paint it, but I don't have the color I want, so I left it for now. Okay, so to camouflage, you know, a little bit the silver on it, I decided to use some of the, I made some tassels. I made these tassels, okay, from some gold thread that I had. Okay, so that's what I basically went ahead and did. Okay, and I bound this journal here. Now this journal measures, let's see, I didn't even measure it. I don't even know how many pages are in it, but we'll see. It measures width-wise, I think the largest, no, that's not the largest. Well, approximately, let's just say approximately 13 and a half, 14 centimeters by 20 and a half, or in inches, that is going to be 5 and 1, okay, 1, 2, 3/8, 5 and 3/8, and 8 inches. Okay, so that's basically how big it was. So I did measure here, and I did measure here, and all I did to measure this is that I took, at that time, what I presumed was the tallest, okay, page, and I took 1 inch from this side and I marked it, and I took 1 inch from that side and I marked it, and I said, well, those are going to be my 2 that I'm going to use as the end ones, okay, and between those 2, then I knew I wanted to add 3 more, okay, and that is how I got these measurements here. Then what I did is that I strengthened them all with cardboard and hole reinforcers that you cut out my dies. I did not want to go with the method of using eyelets, because it was way too many eyelets to actually use, because I strengthened the front and I strengthened the back as well. Okay, right, so that's basically what I did. I punched the holes and I added it in. When there was a page that was shorter than the rest, which was don't want to give, I'm gonna give you a flip through, but quickly let's just see. Okay, like for example, this page here, this page was really short compared to the rest. Ladies, I just eyeballed it. I looked at how much is at the bottom of this and how much is at the bottom of that. I put this in the middle, and I just used the template, and I did that. Okay, so I don't like measuring. I hate measuring. Sometimes it's necessary, but sometimes I don't believe it's necessary. Well, you know, if I can get away from it, I will. Okay, there are people that are more precise than me, and fantastic. I don't have a lot of trim on the front. I have nothing on the sides over here, but that is just my preference. It's not that I don't like it. I just didn't find the designs on the pages didn't call for me to have it. Okay, if they do, I will use it. Right. One thing I wanted to let you know is that as as the journal expanded, I had a reinforcer, a hole reinforcer. I had punched the holes, but it kind of moved down, but it was only this one that moved down, and then it split a little bit. Hence, you can see my beautiful sticker, okay, but it's like the plastic ones. So I was like, you know, you get whole reinforcers that are the plastic ones, okay? And I was like, right, I need to find something plastic that I can use to reinforce that hole over there and, you know, repunch it a little bit more down. So I found one that worked perfectly. On this side over here, it wasn't so necessary, and you'll see that I have a double reinforcer over there. Okay, so that's basically a little bit about my binding and the things that I took into consideration when I bound. Okay, that was important to me. In fact, I did expect to have a little bit more problem in the binding, but I guess it worked out in the end, and it wasn't. It's a great beginner method to use for binding your journals, because really it is simple and it works perfectly if you're a heavy embellisher, which I am. Okay, so I thought it worked out perfectly, and let me see how big these are, because I have 3 sizes. Oh, this is about just over 1.5 inch. Yeah, it's about 1.5 inch. Okay, so the 1.5 inch worked out perfectly for me. And if you look at how many pages I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pages. Okay, so it worked out perfectly for me. And then, of course, I'm moving this. So that's basically what I did. Okay, so I'll flip through, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in terms of, I don't have to put a closure on this. It sits pretty decently. It's going to be like the first journal that I ever made that sits pretty decently, because I am all about, you know, alligator mouths. And I know that people don't like it. And to each their own. It's not the best of things, I'll admit, but I just can't get it anywhere else. Okay, so you've seen this. I've done a video on this. The only thing I changed is I went in and I put the washi, that washi was lying on my table, that strip. I just took it and put it there. Okay, so that is the cover. I've done an entire video on the cover. With me, I'm one of those people, I like to, in most cases, leave my pages blank. The ones that have patterns on it, I like to appreciate the design. Okay, all right, so that's what I did. On this one over here, I did some stamping, as you can see on the cardboard over here. Okay, and I showed you how to make these pages, and this was one of my Friday freebies, but it was the one with, it was the blank label one. Okay, so there was no label on it. Sorry, it was blank, there was no images on it. What I did do then is I took my stamps, and I stamped over here, put some some stamping, what's those ones, like those speckles, whatever. Here I did the mushrooms, and I used kind of like Sharpie markers to be able to color them in. Here I didn't have a Sharpie marker that color, I just used a plain old color pencil. Okay, and then I embellished with some butterflies. And then this is just a card, a big huge journal card, which I then went and stenciled with some maple leaves at the back, and that gives me my first page. Now, for the most part, you will see that my pages are definitely ones where I can pull out my embellishments to write on them, my ephemera, write on them and push them back, and that's just my style. Okay, here I glued this upside down. Okay, so if any one of you are familiar with the image, you're going to figure out I glued this upside down. I glued it, and then when I turned it over, I was like, oh greatness, what happened there? So then I tried to recover from it by putting some die cuts. That's where the bird was. I put a little pumpkin over there. So it doesn't look so bad. In fact, it looks pretty decent. Okay, then we've got this page over here. And the reason why I chose it is because it's light enough for someone to be able to journal on. On this side over here, I wanted to use the bridge card. Okay, and all I did is I used some washi tape and I stuck it down with a hinge on both sides. And then it was looking a little bit plain for me, so I went in and took one of the tags, I embellished it, and I used the word chili from Karin's kit, and all I did was I made a tag out of it. Okay, so that goes in there to pretty it up a little bit. On this one over here, kept it simple in the sense that that is one of the tags. I didn't want to add to the tag because it was going in there. And then I made belly bands over here for my envelopes, right? So I made a belly band so that this envelope can go in there, and then I use the Velcro dots to hold the envelope in place. And then inside I made little journal cards for it. Okay, so I can journal on it. So one of the things I like personally doing is I like using the kit, but I also like using a lot of, making ephemera from scratch. So you might find that, but Santhini, there's so much to use in the kit, yet you made your own ephemera. I enjoy it. Okay, and there's another one where I just put some ephemera down there. Now ladies, there is a lot of places here where I use packaging and stuff like that. If I can find them, I'll let you know. And then this goes in here like that, and I did some stenciling on it, and that goes in there like that. I try to in most cases try to sew around my ephemera, but I'm not particular if all don't get sewn. Okay, all right, so then on this page over here, I've got nothing. I decided to leave one page blank where, the owner of the journal can go and use their creativity and do something. I will put this journal up on my Etsy store, no, my Ko-fi store. Okay, so yeah, it will be up soon. Then on this side over here, I just love this. I love the color, I love the images and stuff like that, and I just decided really awesome page to journal on, kept it like that as well. On this one over here, we did this as a video. It was one of my embellishments, and we're just gonna push it in. Oh, come on, there we go. All right, so that was great. Can you see I have a lot where I can take out? I love this color. Okay, and you'll see it in a lot of my tags. Here what I did is I embossed it, and you'll see gold. Okay, so I did speckle in gold. This is it. It's not a paint, it's pigments with some alcohol in it, 91% alcohol, and some water. Okay, and then I just splattered. I think I showed this to you if I'm not mistaken. I do believe I did. Okay, so I splattered here and there as well. Okay, and on this one here, I embossed it, and then I used gilding paste. Okay, gilding paste to be able to get the gold out. And then I wanted it to be a functional tag, so I cut another piece that fit there so that I can actually write on it, and I can write all over here as well because there's enough journaling space there. On this one over here, another tag. You see, I like this tag. Hey, I like it. All right, and then I just backed it with some coffee dyed paper on that, and then I made a belly band over here with some scraps. Okay, and I think I cut this out myself, if I'm not mistaken, to have a tuck. Okay, and that's that there. On this side, I think I did it as one of our what's this word, idea books. Okay, so these images come from Digital Collage Club, I do believe, and all I did is I wanted to show you how to use pocket circles as pockets. Okay, so that's what I did there. Right, so from my video of what I was going to use in my signatures, the signatures have changed because it was just getting too fat. I had to take out some stuff. So this is my envelope that I spoke to you about. Okay, oh, that I showcased. I did some stenciling on it over here. I see a lot of us did the same thing. We all had the same idea, where I just cut the bottom over here and I put the pine cones in there. Okay, and then I made a tag. Now let me tell you the story of this tag. There's packaging. Can you see the packaging on it? Okay, so then I glued the paper to the tag, and then I was, you know, trying to smoosh it down, and the glue was wet and it dripped over there, and I was like, oh goodness gracious, what am I going to do now? Okay, that's when I decided, let me just put a cluster on it and let me just add on it. So that's what I basically did over there. Okay, then if you turn it over, I showed you this page over here and I said I'm going to do something with it, and I just decided to be able to sorry, just trying to get my son's attention because he's flipping the book. I decided to just add it over the to close off that envelope there. There's another page from the kit. This is the other side of this envelope. Okay, other side of the envelope. You can see my my pumpkins are the wrong side. Okay, yeah, big deal. Doesn't bother me. Okay, so my pumpkins are the wrong side. I might go in, I might put some stickers on it, I'm not sure. And all I did is I put a little circle over there to close up that flap, and then I just made a very ordinary tag to fit in there, a long tag to fit in there, and it, you know, it's a nice fit. On the side over here, used one of the pockets, did a little bit of collaging, and I made my own tag, also out of packaging. Okay, my dear friend from George, Karin, if you're watching this video, Warnica, she gave me some beautiful fall stuff when she sent me Happy Mail, and I saved it and saved it and saved it, and I thought this was the perfect place to use it. So that is why you will find it there, die cuts over there, labels over there, Friday freebie that I had punched on, oh no, I don't know, I mean stamped on, I don't know. Okay, so that was that tag there. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, I love the colors, I love everything about it. On the side over here, you can see that this is definitely one of my favorite pages, because there it is again. Okay, here I just my printer prints that like, you know, exercise pages. I had it coffee dyed, and I was like, well, let me use it, because I told you ladies that I was going to use it. It was part of my initial you know, signature, and when it started getting too fat, I was like, I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it like this. Okay, so that goes in there like that. Okay, this is one of the pockets in the kit, which I cut down, okay, a little bit. And this is an envelope I had. I actually did an idea book on it, so I had made this probably as a what's the word, man, prototype. And then I was like, oh well, I'm going to use it. Okay, so what I did is I use this here, this envelope, as the belly band. And then in order to close the envelope, I decided let me put a pocket there and an ATC card. So you can see that that is multiple uses of some ephemera. Okay, on this page I left it blank. It's a nice page to write on. This one, I think I did show it to you ladies. This was the flip, the waterfall pockets that I had over there. Okay, so I'm not going to open that now. This one here was a it is a belly band, but it is magnetized. Okay, it's magnetized with a pocket over here. Did lots of stenciling and stamping. Stamping on this. Did lots of stamping on it. Stamping, just a sign over there. Made my own pocket there. Made my own pockets over here. And then these are from the kit as well. One thing I can caution you against is that the more you bulk up this, the harder it is for it to close. Okay, so yeah. Then I had this beautiful big stamp, and I thought, well, why not use it and have the opportunity to color it in later. So that's that there. And it is a belly band, a multifunctional belly band. Okay, yeah, this is a CD that I decorated. I had these corners for years. Goodness gracious, I have no idea. Had these cutouts for a long time. I just distressed them and I added to it, and then I also added some of the gold splatter, and then it opens up like that. Did a whole lot of collaging over there, lots of collaging over there, a little pumpkin sticker over there, and then inside is my card. I left it very blank. This is one of the images that I had left over from the Digital Collage Club. Okay, so I stuck it in there and I put it in there so that it can come on, you know you want to go in there, so that it can brighten up this page over here. Okay, now the image was a little bit smaller than the circle, hence all these things around there to camouflage that the image was a bit shorter than the circle. Okay, on this side over here, while I was cleaning my craft room, I found all these clusters. So they were just plain clusters. I added to it. This was the Friday freebie, I know for sure. And then I just stamped an autumn saying over there. Once again, my paper that I'm in absolute love with, Stacy. Love it, love it, love it. And then a postcard I stamped over there, and then I stamped onto orange like cardboard. Also Karin gave me this, but she wouldn't probably recognize it because it's stamped on, and just the postage stamp and stuff like that. So I just added that in there. This was the first ephemera I made, the first thing I did on this journal. It's music paper that I used a napkin for, and you can see the music paper over there. I just used the napkin, decoupaged on the napkin, splattered with gold. This is also and then I turned the music paper over to make a pocket over here. Use Karen Villanova's Crafty Dragon Creative Paper Artisan. Her I think it was she had like washi. Use that over there. Use my die cuts over here, and this is an image from I'm not sure. Okay, and then I just put a die cut over there, and then I made a banner and stamped autumn leaves. What I have over here is I do believe it's a Friday freebie of mine, and I said the color is yellow, why not put it in? So that was one of my Friday freebies, and I thought it was pretty cool, and it went with the yellow, so I decided I'm gonna put that in there to use. Okay, and I left that in there like that. Okay, and then it also has a very big pocket, so it's got 3 pockets in here. And I just got a card over here Also, I love this. This was one of my freebies, if I remember correctly. And I just backed it with some coffee dyed paper. I didn't, embellish it because it is a pretty tight fit in there, and I didn't want to suffer with it. Here I took the same idea that I showed you with the paper clips, okay, and I decided to use my paper clips but in a different way. So here I've got tags, okay, and also from Digital Collage Club, so they just fit in here like that, and then this goes at the bottom over there. So both work like that. And then this was a Friday freebie of mine, added some thread over there. It says autumn song and little button. Now this is the cutest ever. I love this page. I love it. I don't know whether it's the gingham border or whatever, but I love it. And then on this side over here, this was one of my idea book, one of the makes for my idea book, using packaging. I included it in here and I made it as a belly band, and I tried to match everything up, so you can see, and this is what goes there as a belly band. Okay, so you can see, ladies, that when we make our Friday freebies or like whatever, we do use them in our journals. Okay, this one over here, it's a gusseted belly band. Also, I think this was an idea from a Friday freebie, which my Friday freebie was the one with the sage kit, my sage cottage kit. So I just stole the idea, but the two tags couldn't fit in here, only one. So this one was the other. I made two of it thinking it'll fit in here, but they were too large and they were thick, so only one could fit in here. So I fitted the one in here, but they both look almost the same. So I love the collage work there. I love that border. Thank you so much, Karen Monica. That is gorgeous. And then I just add his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Okay, so I did use some quotes over there. And then this is the envelope. Oh my word, this is an envelope, and in my envelope this is it was like the band around envelopes. Okay, like when you buy like a pack of envelopes, this was a band around it. Love the color. I love the color, so I kept it to use it. And if you look carefully over there, that is packaging as well. Okay, so I just cut it out and I stuck it in there because I absolutely love the color of that. I just love the entire thing, the color, the design, and everything. And I just said I wanted it to go in there. So you can see, ladies, definitely there is a place for things that we throw away normally. There is a place to incorporate them in our journals. All right, so that was definitely I like that one there. On this side over here, this was an idea I saw by, I think, Corey Darman. Okay, but she did hers. You won't recognize it because it looks completely different. So I did it. I can tell you that they, oh look, that there. This is also packaging here. I can tell you that it was, oh my, look at this glue. I wonder if it's gonna work. Oh yeah, it wasn't the easiest of things to do, because to get that to get the tag in there, I see, I need to cut it there. To get this piece of material in there, it required a little bit of thinking on my part. Yeah, so for it to look as much like Corey's as possible, yeah, I had to think about that. But it wasn't difficult. So there's a little collage over here. This opens up like that. That opens up like that, and it's a notepad in here. Now I did think of making this a belly band, but I realized, oh my greatness, this journal is getting way too fat now, so I'm not going to make it a belly band. This here is, I bought this material at a thrift store. I don't know what it was, but I cut pieces of it and I coffee dyed it, okay? And I love it. It's not too soft, not too thin. Here is another page from the kit that I liked, so I added it there. This one here was a scrap buster that I made eons ago, and it is from M Scrap Busters, so Marlena, okay? So it's like belly bands, I don't know what you want to call it, right? But they are belly bands, and then they have writing space in it. So that was a pretty cool idea. I found it, I was like, yes, I'm going to use it, because it went with the colors. So that's exactly what I did. And then I showed you ladies this was the bridge card, and I told you I was going to cut it out and do something with it, and I did. I made a shaker tag over here, left everything completely blank. It would be nice to see a bit of journaling coming through over there. So yeah, it is a shaker tag. And then this is the last page of the journal. I absolutely love these mushrooms, so I thought I'll end with that. So ladies, that is the flip through. Now the last part to it is, let's see if we want to make a closure. Now I'm just gonna go and put the light on because it's all of a sudden getting dark here. I had to tone down the color quite a bit so that you can see, the real images in the kit. So I had to tone down the lighting. So I used the same thing over here. This is the fall material. And I just, sewed it, puckered it up. Well, not puckered, but like pleated it. And I thought, well, why not? If someone wants a closure, okay, add it here like this. So I did not cut it or anything, because I wanted to see how long or how tight I wanted that to be. So that is basically what I'm going to do over there. Then I decided, well, how do I close this thing now? I decided, well, why not take this pin, add this beautiful dangle to it, like that, and then just close it off like that. Put that in there. Oh, come on, Santhini. Like that. And just close it like that. Okay. Okay, come on. I know you can work. Now it's like I'm all fingers and thumbs, and this is not the hardest thing for someone to be able to do. Right, there's it there. So that's basically how it looks over here. And then I think I'll leave a little dangle, because I don't know how, how tight I want it to be or not. And that's basically this flip through over here. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it is my it is what I don't know, it is, I like to show what I can do differently with the kit, like to show that you don't have to always use the ephemera supplied in the conventional way. Okay, so I hope I managed to convey that when you get ephemera, you can use it how you want to use it, and don't always think that it was designed to be used as a pocket and a tag or whatever the case may be. Okay, all right. So I hope I conveyed that message to you. There are certain ones that are just like that, pockets and tags or whatever, but I hope that somewhere along the line I did give you some ideas. I want to thank Karin and Stacy for this opportunity to be involved in the October 2024 challenge, and as usual, what a not challenge, collaboration, what a collaboration. The collaborators, definitely, my word, they are a bunch of beautiful ladies that can talk their hearts out, and you get onto the chat and you're like, there's like 50 messages before me or whatever the case may be. So I think some good friendships were built along the way, and also beautiful ideas shared. Every single person had such gorgeous ideas to share. I know definitely I will be incorporating some of their ideas into my journals going forward, and one of the reasons why you wouldn't naturally see their ideas over here is because you following the collaboration, so you want to see as much variety as possible, but such gorgeous ideas, really gorgeous ideas, and I do hope that you will give them some love. Give all of us some love, ladies, and I hope that you enjoyed the collaboration. Let me know whether you enjoyed the collaboration or not. Now remember, it's not yet over, because you still have freebies and that you can use, and you still have the kit if you bought it, or kits if you bought them. And this collaboration is over from the collaborator side, in the sense that most of us are done. Some of us will come back with our flip throughs and stuff like that, but for the most part, the official collaboration is done. Okay, so let's see now. Remember that if you want the kits, they're still on a special at 30% off on both Karin and Stacy's stores. I'll leave the links below for that. Also remember, get your freebies. If you haven't gotten them as yet, get it off the ladies' social media platforms. And don't forget that you can win fantastic prizes, okay, by commenting and commenting on our videos, watching our videos, commenting on it, and also giving it a like and subscribing to our channels. Also, post your pictures of your finished journals. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for those that are posting. Your journals look absolutely beautiful and inspiring, and I'm loving seeing the ideas that y'all are using. Y'all are really inspiring me for sure. And don't forget, post your pictures of your completed journal on either Stacy's or Karin's Facebook group to stand a chance for to stand an extra chance, okay, to be in the draw. From my side, I just want to say thank you, ladies. Thank you for all those ladies that joined my YouTube channel by subscribing to it as part of the collaboration, commenting on the videos, and watching my other videos as well. And also from my side, I will be giving 2 digital kits out, okay. So I live in South Africa. It's hard for me to absorb the cost of posting this journal to anyone, or even a wrap to anyone outside of South Africa. Hence the reason for me not giving away this journal. And also that but you'll get the digital kits if you are fortunate enough. You will get digital kits from me, and I do invite you to go and look at my Etsy store. Follow the link below. Go and look at my Etsy store. You'll never know, you may be one of the winners. So go and decide now what you would like to win, or what kits you would like to get if you are the one chosen to receive it. Let's put it that way. Okay, so bye bye everybody. Do take care. Lots of love from me, Santhini@Sannie Creates. and have yourself a blessed week. I'll see you again on Friday. Bye-bye.